right, guys, it's go time. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's time to go live. I love this thing. Hold on, let me turn on Instagram.
Give it a pause. Hope
Yeah.
everybody had a great weekend. Nice, healthy. I always think of weekends, try to like a recovery weekend.
Reset.
Time to reset.
Absolutely.
Do things differently.
All right,
Are we good? All right, awesome. So as you see today,
new product.
we have a new product, which is awesome. Which is crazy too, because I feel like we just recently launched, but we launched a lot of products. Like we love to bring new products to you guys, right? Especially love your feedback. So speaking of feedback, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe to our channel, leave us feedback, ask questions, leave us comments. You know, it helps us and it helps you. So yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, so our CBN gummies. Sorry, CBD. We have something else we're talking about too, hiding. But what we want to talk about today is not only just the launch of our CBD gummies, but since we launched these, I've had several questions about the same thing: is what's the difference between CBD and CBN? Well, and I think, to be honest, most people think that CBD is just supposed to be used for sleep, just sleep. Take it at night because, you're going to get drowsy. You're going to, not be able to do anything functional. So I also want to debunk that, because these are meant to be used, or CBD is meant to be used, all throughout the day as needed. So we're going to talk some about that. So while we're at it, though, let's just go straight into our CBD gummies. As you know, online, we do have our CBD oils as well. So I guess whichever method you prefer, but people love gummies. And we did get a lot of requests for the CBD gummies in addition to the oil. So, whatever your preference is.
Sure.
I mean, our oils do have the two different ones, 1500 and 750 milligram. Our gummies are 1500 milligram. Per package, yes. Yeah, thanks. All right, so you want to go into a little bit about CBD? I mean, I know we've talked about this a lot. I think a lot of you do know, but we're just going to address like what CBD is really used for, why our body needs it, what system does it support, and so forth.
I don't think of LiveGood as a hemp company, but when you look at the US, how we've moved, we've got now the oils, the gummies, both USDA certified organic.
Right.
A lot of hemp company brands are nowhere even close to that.
Right.
It's not an easy thing to do. I will say it took us a long time to work on and finally get this across the finish line. We brought the gummy mostly because of Ben. Ben wanted the gummy. He's got a lot of feedback, and he said, "Hey, I know we've got a tincture, but I'd like to have a gummy there offering there as well." And my pushback is always like stability. So how easy is this dosage form to work with? Stability, what things are required. So we'll talk a little bit about that today, because gummies are tough. We came out with a USDA certified organic children's multivitamin in a gummy form, which is really tough to do, and this was no exception. But we're happy to have it. I know that's what you guys were asking for, so that's what we do. I mean, we like to roll things out. But here's the funny thing: we're not a hemp company, but when I think about it, like we're a product, the type of products we launch, always focus on like a root cause or something that can help people,
sure,
alter, like change their kind of their health situation, through dietary means, right? And supplementation being one of those.
Right.
So, but CBD is CBD. We've talked a lot about it. It's still highly regarded as an effective chemical to alleviate some of this burden that we have on our brain, our body. The CBD receptors, we've gone over this a lot in different talks, so I won't beat it up too much, but we have a set of receptors in both our central nervous system and our peripheral nervous system, and they respond to cannabinoids. CBD being sort of the most prominent cannabinoid out there. Our body does make endocannabinoids, and of course that system does degrade as we age. So we recognize one of those things that's associated with aging is trying to keep the body running at an optimal level. Sometimes you need to replace them with exogenous cannabinoids. So that's what we've done here.
Yes. And, speaking of some of the uses for, CBD to help balance our endocannabinoid system, it's all about homeostasis, yes, right? It's all about balance. Mm-hmm. So again, always as we age, things don't work as well. We lose certain parts of our body, but we learn, in a nutshell. So it really helps support our endocannabinoid system. And while many people think of it for sleep, it's not necessarily for sleep. It's more like I want you to think about it as I'm going to talk about CBD and CBN. I want you to think about CBD as more your calm molecule and CBN more known as your sleep molecule. They do work very differently. Now, of course, leading up to bedtime, we want to be calm. We want to be relaxed. We want to have, no anxiety, all that kind of stuff. Yes, because it's going to help us, relax to fall asleep. So it is an aid in that way. But it also can be taken any time of the day to help relieve those symptoms. I mean, we have bouts of stress, anxiety, anxiousness all throughout the day. But also, not to mention a big one that CBD is being recognized more and more for to be used on a regular basis is for inflammation. It's very important for inflammation. I feel like it's being more recognized for that. So, yes, I want you to think about it as the calm molecule. I mean, again, can be taken anytime. I do have an open one here. They are a wild berry flavor. Here's one. Actually quite delicious. But about helps calm, mental focus, tension, tightness, joint discomfort. That's all kind of in the inflammation. Supports recovery, relaxation, balance. Again, balance, homeostasis. Like many, many, many uses for it. We is gluten-free, vegan.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Third-party tested as always, all of our stuff, naturally flavored, no artificial dyes or sweeteners. As Dr. Ryan said, USDA organic, big one. And it is full spectrum.
Yeah, it's full spectrum.
So when it comes to full spectrum, that means it can contain less than 0.3%.
Yeah, they can
Okay.
go down to up to 0.3%
0.
THC.
Right. So, well, that's so extremely low. You're not going to have, there's no psychoactive properties. You're not going to feel anything like that. We just like to say that because if you are drug tested, it's just a note. Just know that it can contain that. So I just always err on the side of caution when it comes to any type of drug testing and those trace amounts.
Yeah,
you never know.
We select the full spectrum on purpose because it's the first one that's refined right after the crude hemp. So it retains a lot of its beneficial cannabinoids and all the minors, the terpenes, the things that give it its flavor profile and aroma, and a lot of beneficial plant compounds, antioxidants, phytonutrients that come along with that. So furthermore, you refine it down the broad spectrum or even down to isolate, you kind of lose a lot of that, all those benefits.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. I mean, for our members, $19.95, and this is, what do we have, 60 in here, correct? Yeah, 60 gummies. So if you were to take them, 2 is a serving. So if you were taking them daily, 30-day supply. So like I said, $19.95 for members and $24.95 for retail. If you're just joining us new and unsure of what I'm talking about when it's a membership, we do have a membership program that you can become a part of for $9.95 a month. You get access to our membership pricing. So if you're buying more than one product a month, which again, supplements are designed to be used on a regular basis. So this makes sense if you're buying more than one, as you should be. If you see everything we have, you're saving money. So it just makes sense. Okay, so do you want to do a little comparison?
Yeah, I'd love to. I think that's a good idea. There's a lot of questions around that.
Enter our CBN sleep gummy, which is wonderful. I always struggle with sleep. So, I mean, I like the combination of the two, which I'm going to tell you how, combining the two can also help.
That's right.
So like I said, I want you to think about it as the calm molecule versus the sleep molecule. Okay. Just kind of separate them a little bit. Now, CBD, best time to take. Any time of day, morning, daytime, calm, focus, leading up to bedtime, maybe like right after dinner or something. Primary benefits, stress resilience, balance, recovery, no psychoactive properties. And the role of it is it regulates the endocannabinoid system for calm and focus. Okay. That is highlighting our CBD.
Yep.
Now our CBN, known as the sleep molecule, is supposed to be taken right before bed, like 30 to 60 minutes before you are wanting to turn off the lights and fall asleep. This helps for deep sleep. So deeper sleep, muscle relaxation, restoration, no psychoactive properties, activates endocannabinoid pathways linked to sleep, right? So this is why it is known as a sleep molecule. So again, they both have, I guess, a role in a relaxation purpose, but again, like I was saying, can be taken any time of day, 30 to 60 minutes prior to bed. So think about CBD helps keep you balanced while CBN helps you rest, right? So important for all of that all throughout your day. right?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a great balanced 24-hour cycle. Like that's balance.
Sure.
Balance, balance,
Sure.
balance.
And using them together, that's okay too.
Yes. I think I love them. I love them together.
Right.
Like I said, personally, CBD after dinner to help go into that calm relaxation, and then CBN right before bed to help you fall asleep, stay asleep. Yes, that's how to use them together. I was funny that was going into my next thing,
Oh, go ahead.
which we kind of just talked about though. How do you? I just explained how to use them together. How to use them together at night, which again you don't have to, but I know, like many of us, like myself, sleep is a challenge. You think all you're supposed to do is lay down, it's supposed to happen. That'd be wonderful. But like, I actually have to work for my sleep. Not really, Dr.
Yeah, I don't have to work. It's funny. The entourage effect is what's really going on there, though. They say a lot of times the adding in these other cannabinoids, which I think there's over 100.
Right.
Right.
And they're all, you're
cannabinoids
hearing more and more.
They're part of the hemp plant. So a lot of them, whether the minors, the acids, but in the case of CBD and CBN, they do complement each other really well. There is some overlap in the receptor activation, but remember the time, the onset to the activation, the half-life, how long it spends on the receptor site, there are differences. So they call it an entourage effect, when there's a synergistic effect of having two molecules at the same time exerting this physiological benefit. So
right.
It can be, for you, it sounds like it's a very good program.
Yeah, together they help restore my circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
They help with that balance, like a balanced system around the clock. And as I keep saying, balance, 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 because that's what we want, right? With everything.
Yeah.
We want balance, we want homeostasis. And yeah, as we get older, you got to work a little harder for it.
Yeah, work a little harder for it. That's right. That's right.
All right, what else? I talked about any questions? Yeah, because I talked about our USDA certified organic. We have our full spectrum in there, vegan, non-GMO, third party tested as always, produced in our US CGMP certified facilities. Certificate of analysis will be on our website.
Oh yes, I will get that up there today. The sourcing question about where they're sourced from, the CBD is sourced from Devon. It's a California hemp producer. And pretty sure I'm pretty sure everything is domestic. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it all is. And but USDA certified organic. And like Lisa said, we'll have the certificate of analysis up on the website today. And of course, one challenge we have to acknowledge is that international customers are going to have a lot harder time being able to order this, and we do apologize for that. We recognize that there's just laws that prohibit us from being able to sell those to other countries, and we're sorry, we're sad about that. But we will continue, of course, always to bring new product and lines, and whether it could be services, doesn't always have to be product, but different things to help you guys grow your business as well.
Yeah, definitely. And like when I'm talking about balance, right? So think about it. Wellness isn't built by something you take or what you do every once in a while. It's built by what you support every day, right? So I do feel like many people have often gone to cannabinoids maybe as an as-needed basis, not recognizing the balance that they can have on a daily basis. So think about that. And again, CBD for balance, CBN for rest. I mean, a fully rested body is calm, clear.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's great, right? You know what it feels like when you feel calm and rested and recovered. So yeah, make sure you guys take care of yourself. So try them.
And a question from Pinky too. She asked, can we combine the CBD gummies with other LiveGood supplements like the magnesium or multivitamin for better balance? I can read that and interpret it 2 ways. I'm guessing you mean just take them together.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, they would have different ways of working and improving the balance in the body. Of course, magnesium works differently than CBD. CBD and CBN are very unique because they're working on, again, those CB1 and CB2 receptors. We have an entire cannabinoid system, like a mesh network throughout our body, throughout our central nervous system, which is our brain and spinal cord, throughout our peripheral nervous system, which is our integumentary system, our skin, our immune system, our peripheral organs, all of that. And those receptors are found in these sites. And of course, they're only really activated by cannabinoids, whether they're endocannabinoids like the body produces or exogenously, produced like we're doing here. Magnesium and a multivitamin, of course, work on the different pathways. So it's a great question, Pinky. Absolutely. I'm a big fan of doing exactly what you suggested. It's taking everything like that for better balance.
Right. And like you said, I liked how you just referred to, so endo, right? It's like what we're what we're making that declines as we age. And then
Yes.
exogenously, what we need to
Yes.
take to support what is declining as we age. So important.
Yeah. And then Melanie said, thanks for, she said, I'm loving Ryan's hair growing out. So thanks.
Should we say thanks to collagen?
Yeah, collagen. That's it.
I always say,
Oh
you know,
my
he's
gosh.
that guy that got lucky with girls
get all
with
these-
hair that girls would dream for.
I get all these comments. Like my little girls have, one has real thick hair, the other one has like kind of thinner hair. But you know, it's funny. I get comments all the time about my hair growing out now. It's like really funny. Man, I get a kick out of it. It is awesome. But collagen for sure. I'm not kidding. Like my nails, everything, skin feels better. And I've been doing collagen 2 or 3 servings a day now for, gosh, almost a year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
It takes time. The body does need to adapt to having that steady supply of
Right.
amino acids from the
Be
collagen.
patient.
Be patient. Yeah, be patient. Exactly.
We all want things so fast, you know.
I
You
know,
have to be
for
you have to be patient for things to actually do their job.
Some other questions not related to the gummies. Like this one's, I want to see methylene blue as a gummy. Methylene blue as a gummy would probably stain the mouth worse.
Yeah,
harder to get
imagine
around.
chewing a methylene blue
Chewing a
gummy
gummy.
and trying to
I
avoid
hear you,
a
but
blue mouth, and blue in your teeth, and blue on your lips.
no, it's tough. It's tough. I can't.
But I do know people, we like gummies.
Yeah.
You know, personally, and I know, you know, look, we use natural organic sugar, right? Cane sugar. For a reason, right? Because we don't want any fake added sugars, as well as making a gummy. It
does require
it requires it. You can't just use the like the monk fruit and the allulose. It doesn't bind, it doesn't hold, and it doesn't taste right at all. But most importantly, it's limiting your sugars, you know, elsewhere. So
elsewhere.
I also love to use
Exactly.
these as like a little, like when I'm wanting something sweet, right? Because I know I'm also getting my supplement in at the same time. Same thing with our children's organic gummy multivitamin. If you have kids and you use them, I'm sure you do exactly what we do, but we all, you know, pop 1 or 2 here and there because you're getting a little extra vitamins, no big deal. And they're delicious.
Now, just a few notes. We had to go back and forth on a lot of these inactive ingredients too to maintain stability. Gummies are, like, as I keep saying, they're pretty challenging because it's not just your finished product on day 1 of drying or day 10 of drying. It's what does it look like after 30, 60, 90, 180, 360, 720 days later. That's why I'll start, like I did tweak some things. There was MCT, there's a question here, why did you use vegetable oil instead of MTC or avocado? It really comes down, a lot of it comes down to, we've had to experiment, pull things out, but so delayed. The oils matter. You know, you have to find stuff that's suitable for a gummy, especially with the amount of CBD that we were using, because CBD can by nature break down the gummy. So it took a lot going back and forth until we got this dialed in.
Somebody's asking, how is it different from the CBD oil?
Yes.
I mean, if you're looking at our 1500 milligram CBD oil, you know,
Dosing.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's just a different form.
Different form.
Now, obviously, if you're comparing it to our 750, the dosing is 750 milligram oil. The dosing is higher, stronger in our 1500. But again, it's preference. You know, like we were saying, people like gummies. You know, Ben was really wanting a gummy based on the feedback he was getting from the field.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
And the CBD, this is serving size of 2 gummies, so each gummy is 25 milligrams. So 2 gummies, 50. You know.
right. If you wanted to,
Right.
if you wanted to cut it in half, then you take one, you know, half a serving.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, guys. I feel like that was it.
Cruising along here.
Yeah, this is nice and sweet, but even still, we try again to keep these between in between 20 and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, any further questions, guys, please always email me. If you asked a question and it didn't pertain to the topic, email me. We try to only pick the ones that are about what we're talking about today, because I am always available for you guys.
All right,
Very
y'all.
good. Awesome. So make sure you get your gummies today. Again, $19.95 for members, $24.95 for retail. Regardless, member or retail, amazing prices that you will always get with LiveGood. So check it out, livegood.com, and you'll see all of our other supplements as well. And if you need that sleep tonight, hit up those CBN sleep gummies. They are amazing.
Yeah.
Really,
Like Lisa said,
really
using
big.
those together can actually be very powerful due to that entourage effect. So
Yes. Yeah. Don't struggle with sleep, guys. You don't have to. We need our sleep.
That's for sure.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye now.